Check it out, folks. It is winter in Canada. Not officially, it's October 25th, I think, but winter enough. Getting our first real snowstorm here in Jasper National Park. The Athabasca River right there. It actually snowed here back in August. I forget exactly, maybe late August or something, but it was just a quick little 1 hour snow, probably didn't put even this much snow on the ground, whereas this looks like it's going to stick around for a little while. I'm not exactly sure of the forecast. This is actually from yesterday evening and night. It's about 8:30 in the morning at the moment. So it started snowing maybe 5 or so in the evening yesterday, pretty much out of the blue for me. I hadn't seen a weather forecast or anything. It had been cold yesterday. I think it was raining a little bit middle of the day, and then I was sitting in a coffee shop where I've been using wireless, and was deep into my computer, and then somebody at the table next to me said, "Hey, it's snowing," to the person next to them. Looked out, and sure enough, and so it snowed for the next couple hours, and just put not a big snow, and just put this little bit layer on everything. And I was hoping that I would go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and there would be tons of fresh new snow, but it didn't snow much through the night. It looks like it just kind of started snowing again this morning. So there we go, that's the deal. So I'm hiking up to Old Fort Point, which is a spot that I've been to lots of times before. I am just outside of the town of Jasper itself. I just rode my bicycle from my apartment, which is at the east end of town, so it's like a 20-minute walk or so to get downtown Jasper from my apartment. But somebody gave me a bicycle a month ago or so, just out of the blue. Nice little surprise there. And so anyway, I biked it into town and then started hiking. So that's what's going on. I'm coming up to a bridge over the Athabasca River in just a minute, and then from there I will head up a trail that heads up to Old Fort Point. My thought was, because this morning it looked like maybe it was kind of clear earlier, before it got dark, but I was thinking I was going to get up there and then I was going to get a spectacular sunrise view with the little bit of fresh snow, but obviously that's not happening. That would have been awesome to get some good views, because from there it's this full-on amazing panorama of Jasper National Park. So that would have been pretty spectacular to see the sun rising over Pyramid Mountain off in the distance out there, which is near where I was working at Pyramid Lake Resort before, right at the base of Pyramid Mountain, and that can be quite a spectacular sight, the sun just shining onto that mountain. But that's not going to happen, but I'm glad that we're getting more snow. So alright, here's an awesome view of the Athabasca River bridge here, the river coming down from the Columbia ice field and then heading into the Arctic Ocean. Goes all the way to the Arctic Ocean, heading this way. I was here working once a couple of years ago when this guy came down. I was working the front desk at night. This guy comes down to the front desk at 5 or 6 in the morning, and he says, "I need someone who can give me a ride with my canoe to the bridge at Old Fort Point, right here." It was this older German guy, like mid-60s or so, and he was planning a canoe trip from here all the way to the Arctic Ocean. He'd done this before on another river in Alaska, and so this was just kind of his thing. And so somehow we arranged a ride with a taxi that could get his canoe as well. So I would have been curious to see how that trip of his went, but never heard anything else from him. But he started from right here, and then it's a long ways to the Arctic Ocean, but that must have been quite a journey. All right, so the trail heads up from right over here. All right, looking forward to the hike in the snow. Some ravens there. So I'm here up at Old Fort Point, heating up a little bit from the hike up the hill there. You can see now from here the river down there where I was hiking along, and then the lights of the city. A little hard to see, but a few little yellow lights there off in the distance. The town of Jasper, not really a city, town of 4,000. So I'm going to keep on hiking up to the top of that and then over it, and then I might just keep on hiking. This trail goes to Valley of the Five Lakes eventually, which I've been to, but never from here. There's a way you can drive around, and then it's only about a mile or so hike in. From here, it's further. I'm not exactly sure how far. I don't have my map with me, but I mean, I've hiked all around in this area, so it'd be kind of tough to get lost unless this turns into like a full-blown blizzard, which is certainly possible. But I might just keep on hiking a little bit, maybe not necessarily go to those lakes, but think about it. So a random little factoid, thought that I would mention here since it popped into my mind. For anyone who might have seen my video, my experience with a strange cult in Sedona, Arizona, then it was filmed right there. It was definitely a slightly different kind of a day. I had my shirt off. This was from summer before this last, so over a year ago, showing off my glaringly white Canadian tan, or lack thereof. But as you can see, you could get some really spectacular views from here if it wasn't all clouded up. A couple of lakes down there, Lake Annette and Lake Beauvert. And then Pyramid Mountain, which I mentioned, would be, or is, off in the distance, other side of the valley, straight ahead that way. And then you'd be able to see Mount Edith Cavell over here. The ski resort, Marmot Basin, which is about a 30-minute drive outside of Jasper, is up that way as well. And then the Columbia Icefield, the headwaters for the Athabasca River, is up that way. Jasper Park Lodge, I can just barely see the lights. You probably won't be able to see them from here. That's kind of the swanky, the fanciest of the resorts here in Jasper. There's a golf course right near there. That's where, like, if the big stars come through or whatever, then they stay there. Not that you have to be a big star, but the rooms are more expensive than in town, like at the hotels where I work. So anyway, nice little overview from here of Jasper National Park, if you could see it. Well, all right, gonna keep on hiking and try to stay warm.